And this is Trigger Reactions. We back with part two with Jordan B. Peterson on Bill Maher, man. Let's get right into it. You already know what time it is.
But I mean, it's nasty, and she's they're considering suspending her. And here's what the president of the university said. He said this was beyond free speech. This was just.
So if you didn't see part one, basically they're talking about why things are so soft now. Basically, why people get offended so easily. Freedom of speech, being able to offend people when you speak. That's part of it, And we left off with Jordan B. Peterson saying it started from the colleges, the schools, and the social structures. I agree. I mentioned before bullying was frowned upon, which I don't agree with bullying, but it's just like anything else. Think life is hard. You get bullied, you overcome it. You get your heart broken, you overcome it. You lose, you get back up, and you win. That's, people aren't going to like you because you're black, because you're whatever. Deal with it. That's just what it is. So this is part two of that conversation. Let's go.
Respectful. Have we lost the thread back to knowing what free speech is? Yes, it can be disrespectful. That is covered under free speech. President of Fresno, you idiot. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, and you see this too. I think where it's manifesting itself in a particularly appalling manner is in the increasing unwillingness of comedians, for example, to go on university campuses to be funny. And
when they started PCing, and this was years ago, this interview, but now they PC comedy is like, come on, man, you can't take a joke. Like things were, man, like they say, strong men make weak men. Strong times make softer times, which makes weaker people, men, whatever, right? So that's just what happened. Back in the day, man, it was hard. People was talking crazy, all types of stuff. Now you can't even say a thing. You can't even disagree. What? Man, it's crazy. But let's go.
Comedians
I'm one of them.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah, fuck them. I'm not gonna. I call these people emotional hemophiliacs. It's like the least little thing will make them start to bleed. But it makes me because their answer is not to go into a room full of sharp objects. The answer is to make all of us wear bubble wrap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
So nothing we ever do makes them have a moment of discomfort. It's really very narcissistic.
Well, there's also this idea that's promoted by the people who are protecting those who are easily offended, that the way to make people secure is to protect them from things that they don't want to encounter. And there isn't a clinician.
But that's the thing, right? You try to do that with children. And even then, proper parenting is to prepare them for the uncomfort, not protect them from it, prepare them from it. It's too many adults out here who, like that's, so this is something totally different. It's totally different. You're judging, like Jordan B. Peterson said before, my moral structure based off of your not willing to be offended. My moral structure? What? Oh, man, this is good. Keep going. We're going to get into it today.
Like I'm a trained clinical psychologist, and there isn't a clinician in the country who's worth his or her salt that would ever make that claim. Because you don't make people, first of all, it's hard to make people safe because life is seriously not safe.
Yes,
and
true.
the way that you make
for most of us, like 98%, even at 2%, I don't know the number, guys, but I'm thinking like a very wealthy person who has armed security or woo, right? The most security you can provide for someone, even then, that could be destroyed with a hurricane. Like just anything. Like it could be anything. So that idea that But to get to a point where you can truly understand that life is hard and to deal with, you gotta go through stuff. You gotta experience pain. Those who fear death, who don't fear death, have experienced almost dying. Let that sink in. Let's go.
People resilient is by exposing them to things that they're afraid of and that make them uncomfortable voluntarily, but you use exposure.
Right.
And it's a
Exposure. Yep. I agree. Totally agree.
And so, like, if you over coddle people, if you protect them from everything that's sharp, you make them dull and stupid and narcissistic. And
Dull, stupid, soft. It's just like with working out. If you don't ever lift something heavy or something that's hard, if you've never been punched in the face, if you've never cut or got stitches, right? See, most people who, this is just something else, but it's along the same line. If you've never been punched in the face, of course you're going to run off at the mouth and be, talking to people and treating people any kind of way. That goes back to what I said before. Bullying is okay because you learn how to deal with it and then learn how to defend yourself and then you learn how to, get better from it. But if you've never been punched in the face, of course you're going to talk crazy, especially in a society that'll protect you from getting punched in the face. Let's go.
Really bad idea.
So you do know America. One thing I mean, your book is fantastic, and one of the rules that I really love is you say, don't let your kids do anything that would make you not like them. That's what I've been thinking for years. When I call them the "fuck you, mom" generation. When I see kids, never in life because I never go near a child, but like on TV and movies, I see kids like saying "fuck you, mom," and I'm like, if somebody who wasn't your child did that, you'd be immensely offended. Whereas the parents just take it. What's up with that?
Well, people don't like to admit that they can dislike their children or children in general, and right.
Look, I got 3. Me and my wife together made 3 children. 3. A 10-year-old, 7-year-old, both of them are girls, and now we have a 1-year-old boy. Man, I don't like them a lot of the times. I let my daughters know all the time. Not to the extreme. I treat my daughters and my son differently, for sure. For sure. And he's only 1. I'm not too crazy with my 1-year-old boy, but he's not going to get treated like my daughters. But, yeah, I let them all know. I don't like you. Sometimes. Not all the time. Just like, no. Sometimes you really do things that I don't like. And I'm going to let you know what that is. And I mean, you have to stop it, depending on what it is. But you're going to know I don't like it. I ain't cuddling you. But anyway, let's go.
No, I know what you mean.
I know y'all like, oh, Ron, you're harsh. Oh, man, shut up. I love you, but shut up. Okay? All right. Let's finish watching. Let's talk about it in the comments. How about that? All right?
But they can.
No, they totally can.
One of the things you see very commonly as a clinical psychologist is family members who hate each other and who it's like they have their hands around each other's necks for 20 years and are squeezing very slowly, trying to strangle each other. And you see parents who clearly detest their children and have ever since they were born. And part of that, I know it's a terrible way of looking at things, but it's true.
It's so true.
And one of the things...
No, parents confide that in me because I don't have kids.
Yeah, well...
No.
That makes it safe.
They do.
But
they say things like, yeah, I love my kids, but if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't.
Yeah, well...
well, don't tell the kid that.
Well, but that's so bad. Look,
it is so bad.
Because
don't tell them that. But you can tell them when
they're
messing up.
Little kids have a wonderful element to them. And
that you don't like them.
And most people spontaneously like little kids. They'll give them a chance. And if you have little kids, one of the things that's so wonderful about it is that when you bring them out into the world, even people who aren't in good shape, rough people, and who maybe don't have much patience for humanity, it brings out the best in them, and so people are willing
That
to
is
give
true.
them.
Children do bring that out. They force you to be more than you already are. If that I said something there, but that's so true. I have children. I can tell you, like, my wife works with kids. We work with kids all the time, and they do. They really do. Let's keep going.
A chance. But then if they misbehave, especially if they're rude and they don't have any respect and they're whiny and they don't know how to listen, then people don't like your kids and you don't. And then your kids go out into a world where no one likes them. And that's what you do.
But see, what I believe is missing is correction. That's the problem. People can't be corrected because correction 99% of the time comes from truth, observation, experience, wisdom. Correction. Like if I'm the teacher and I'm giving you a test and you blatantly put C when you should have put B, I'm gonna X out C and say, hey, this is the right answer. You shouldn't do that. Oh well, but the textbook didn't say that. Well, the textbook may not have said it, but if you look here, here, and here, and I provided you all tools and resources to find the answers, then it's wrong. So just say I stand corrected. I was wrong, right?
If you don't like them, you send them out into that world.
But how did parents get so pussy whipped by their
That I don't know. But let's go.
own children? I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, it's like they act the way a guy acts when he's super sprung on some chick, and just lets her walk all over him, and whatever she does, he puts up with. I don't.
Hey guys, go finish watching the rest of it. It's like a minute left. They're really not gonna. He's just gonna respond to him like, "Hey, you don't have kids." So yeah, but that analogy he used is truly how a lot of parents act. It's how the society is now. It's like it's just completely and utterly has no moral standard of standing up and saying what needs to be said. That is gone. And I ain't only talking about doing what needs to be done. Ooh wee. That's why it's so soft now. You can't even say that that's wrong or think it. It's crazy. But if you like this video, guys, you already know what to do, man. I told you I was gonna come with part 2. Part 2 is done. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. This is your boy Ron. This is Trigger Reactions. See you guys in the next video. Peace.